Hi, it's me, Galen. Galen's got Parkinson's. Provocative opening statement. I don't like skeletons. Said it. Never really had any. I'm going to show you in a minute. I've got a smattering, a few odd bits and bobs. Mainly because I was doing a dungeon and it said skeleton appears. But I don't know why. I've never had skeleton armies. It's never appealed to me. But, there is a but, I've started doing a bit more role-playing with my old figures. So I got out some boxes of things. And when I got to the box from the 80s, I found a few skeletons. And I mean a few. There weren't many. And then I've been starting to play a pirate game. There's a few videos on here. And in one of the sections in Donnybrook rules, you can have cultists, the weird and mysterious. In the Dark Ages, my brother plays Dragon Rampant, and there's certainly an element in that for mysterious, strange happenings, and of course, Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm getting quite keen on the idea of linking the role-play Dungeons and Dragons and wargaming. My experience tends to have been, since the 70s, wargamers don't do Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons players don't do historic gaming. And I've never, I must admit, been 100% certain why. We weren't like that back in the early days. Back in the day when I were a lad. When I were a lad. I started wargaming, by that I mean playing soldiers that I can remember back in the 60s with airfix soldiers. But even then, my first boxes we remember getting, my middle brother and I got Robin Hood and his Merry Men, and my brother got World War II Russians. But we played with them in the same games because it didn't matter. We weren't bothered about that. We weren't hampered by any sense of realism or what anybody else thought. We had shared a bedroom. We had two beds. In the middle was a big old dining table. We sat on the beds. We played on the table. We played happily together. It was very interactive. A lot more talking than wargaming and role playing. It wasn't formal. We just had fun. As I got more into formal wargaming, I went to a club in Doncaster. We used to be at the YMCA in the early 70s. When I started going, everybody there was playing historic games. Yeah, there was nothing. That's it. There was some guys playing what they would have called modern. It turned out it was the 6 Days of War at 300th scale. There were a lot of Napoleonic gamers. It wasn't really until later that I came across, or even other types of war game. When I went to college, uni, we were Napoleonic gaming. When I left college and got a job, before I got married, for about a year, we bought a house, but my wife taught in a different part of the country. So we were apart for a lot of the time, while I decorated and renovated and did what I had to do. And I started to play a lot of solo games. I didn't drive at the time. Full circle, I don't drive now. So I was playing a lot of sort of solo games, really. Not sort of solo games, there were solo games. And one of the games I liked to play was The Sorcerer's Cave, Avalon Hill. It's good fun. You can still get it. It's around, and it's not expensive. And there's another one, The Mystic Wood, which goes, well, it's the same type of game, but it's outside. So I ordered the Sorcerer's Cave to get some more cards to make it bigger, and I somehow ordered it, and I got the Tomb of Horrors, Dungeons and Dragons, never heard of it. Now, I got into Dungeons and Dragons instantly. The moment I read it, I just went, yeah, wow, that's great. What a good idea. But it never occurred to me that you could have historical figures in dungeon scenarios. A bit going on a bit from there. Indiana Jones, you know, they're real-ish. They're not real. I know they're not. But you know what I mean? They're archaeologists in the pre-war, early war period, whatever you want to call it, who encounter the sorts of problems you might encounter in an orthodox dungeon. Big rock rolls at you. Fall down an hole. Step on a stone and lots of things get shot at you. So even then, I didn't sort of go, ha. But more recently, especially with the pirate game, I've been thinking, yeah, and you've got Pirates of the Caribbean and all that. It's all there for you on a plate, isn't it? There's no reason why all right, I don't think the other guys in the War Games Club are going to buy this, but it doesn't matter. Because my pirate captain, Sir Pelham Cardew, has his own island and his own boat and his own crew. And if he happens to land upon a strange island with a temple in which there are unpleasantnesses, plural, well, that's okay, isn't it? And if that's played as a dungeon for Dungeons and Dragons, I don't think anybody's going to stop me. I don't think it's illegal. It might be nowadays, you never know, do you? I'm not going to hold my breath. And I also had an idea for my British colonial troops on the northwest frontier in India, maybe finding a hidden sacred cave system in the Himalayas that's protected by the Temple Guardians, and a platoon of British squaddies stumble upon it and enter and have a peep round and see what happens. I don't know how that's going to happen, but when it does, I'll film it, because that's what I do. I film everything because my life's sad. So, I've done this quite quick after the last couple of videos because I wanted to get away from the, oh my goodness me, here we go. He's doing the same old nonsense again. I know this is nonsense, but it's my nonsense, so bear with. Yeah, so anyway, joke.